Hi my dudes, what's up? My name is Kitty. Welcome back to another episode of Being Human is Trippy, and today we are having a very get to the point, nitty gritty conversation about manifestation, because I need to drill something home to you. I need you to realize how freaking powerful you are, and I need you to realize the importance of everything that you consume. Everything that you tell yourself, because the law of attraction tells us that you get more of what you already are. You attract more of what you already are, okay? And you, my friend, you are constantly manifesting. You are in a constant creative mode. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into this. Today I want to start off by talking about two things. One, everything is frequency. Everything is frequency. Everything is sound. Everything. You are a walking summation of the frequencies you consume. Music, media, TV shows, movies, podcasts, books, everything. Everything you feed yourself, conversations that you have with your friends. You are a walking summation of every single frequency that you have ever consumed, ever. Okay? So that's the first thing. You emit your own energetic frequency, and you are constantly coming in contact with other energetic frequencies. All right? Now, I also want you to understand that being human means that you are a vessel. You are a vessel. What does a vessel do? It carries something. It's a womb, it's a void space. And as humans, we retain water. You are a vessel carrying water. And if you know anything about Dr. Emoto, you know exactly where I'm going to go with this. And if you don't know anything about Dr. Emoto, this is your sign to go Google Japanese Dr. Emoto and his study with water. So Dr. Emoto proved that water is sentient. Sentient? What's the word? Sentient. Water is intelligent. Water is telepathic. All right? Water takes on the vibration, the frequency of whatever you tell it. Thoughts create things. Thoughts create water structures that react with the construct that already exists. That creates your reality. And that's a quote by Amber Khan, who is a psychic and a cool-ass astrologer. Water is powerful, and water is also malleable. So we are walking vessels carrying all this water that is easily malleable, easily programmable. The people in political power, the people that control the world, know this. They know how easily programmable human beings are. So yes, you are constantly manifesting. You are constantly co-creating your life. You are constantly contributing and participating in your evolution. The problem is, unless you are awake spiritually, awake socially, awake politically, you are just going to be a manifestation machine for other people's agendas. Does that make sense? You are constantly manifesting. You are constantly co-creating. You are constantly in communication with all that is, all that was, and all that will be, okay? You have so much power. And yet at the same time, you are just here experiencing. You are a vessel, and you are a vessel that is on an extremely valuable journey, and the human experience is one that is extremely valuable for the soul. And at the same exact time, there are some not nice people in charge that know how to use and abuse the manifestation power of human beings, and they rob us of our energy, and they train us to create a world that keeps them in power. And I say all this not to scare you, but more so to wake you up to how important it is to reclaim yourself, reclaim your autonomy, reclaim your energetic sovereignty. Get really particular about the things that you consume, about the thoughts that you think, about the world that you want to live in, okay? We are constantly manifesting the next version of society, okay? So that can be tricky because we don't know what it looks like, but we're not victims to whatever happens. We are constantly co-creating whatever the frick happens. And I also want you to mess around with the idea that everything in your reality is kind of perfect. What would it feel like if you sat with that? Like all the little quirks, all the trauma, every obstacle is divinely perfect. And that by rising to the challenge and by facing these obstacles, by facing your wounding, by understanding that there is no light without dark, there is no good without bad, there is no expansion without contraction, and that you are a spiritual being here on a personal journey of growth during this time and space reality, your circumstances are freaking perfect. And everything that you want is on the other side of a lesson. Manifesting your dream life, manifesting your dream bank account, your dream body, all of those things are 100% possible, okay? 100% possible. I need you to know that all of those things that you're dreaming about, they are already yours. There's a certain amount of shadow work that is involved in this process, okay? So first and foremost, in order to step into the light, in order to step into the most vibrant frequency that you can imagine for yourself, it's going to require you facing your shadows and facing your demons and making peace with those demons, so that instead of the darkness that does exist within you and that does exist within this world, instead of letting that subconsciously hold you hostage, if you can acknowledge them and bring them to the surface, they lose their power that they have over you. When I use the word darkness, or when I talk about demons, I'm talking about mental demons. I'm talking about trauma and PTSD that has developed because of traumatic events in your life. Fears, limiting beliefs, self-consciousness, self-doubt, self-loathing. Oh my God, we are taught to hate ourselves. We are taught to dislike ourselves. And that is such a gnarly mental demon to make peace with. However, manifesting your dream life, manifesting peace, harmony, happiness, health for yourself, it's going to require you waking up every single day and wake up and know that you at all times have an angel on your shoulder and a devil on your other shoulder. And at all times you have access to choose a thought rooted in self-love and self-compassion and self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others and compassion for others, or you have access to thoughts that are dripping in self-loathing and fear, and then the loathing of other people and fear of other people, okay? At all times, you have a choice between light thoughts and dark thoughts. Defining your energetic baseline comes from whatever thoughts and habits you choose repetitively, okay? From time to time, you're allowed to, be sad, grieve, experience human emotions, get angry. But on a whole, 85% of the time, what kind of thoughts are you feeling? What kind of foods are you eating? What kind of habits are you partaking in? The key to changing your vibe and putting yourself on a higher frequency and therefore manifesting a higher quality of life, it requires you to choose high vibrational thoughts and actions 85% of the time. I just made that number up, but you know what I mean. 75% of the time. The majority of your being has to be dedicated to love over fear. Love over fear, because when we are not awake, when we are asleep, when we are unconscious, when we are unself-aware, our baseline energy is one of fear. It's one of anxiety. The transition from living in fear to living in love is a little tricky. It's a little tough. And even the transition from you living in your current reality to experiencing your dream reality, it's going to take time. And it takes time because we have a physical body, because we live in a physical world, because our 3D reality is very dense, because time moves slowly in our current context, in our ability to understand and perceive time. But also know that you're not necessarily a victim to divine timing or just timing in general. You are actively co-creating your own divine timing. We live in a universe that is based on cause and effect, and we are constantly creating the future with our current and present thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay? Law of attraction says that you get more of what you already are. If you want to create a really dope future for yourself, you gotta figure out how to frickin' enjoy this present moment, man. Like, that's the key. Change your vibe, change your life. And we change our vibe by surrendering to what is and taking responsibility for the things that we have the power to change. Okay? And I think that's where I'm gonna leave you. I know that was a lot and it might have been all over the place, but I hope that it was valuable and I hope that it was helpful. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about in future podcast episodes, also let me know. But I deeply appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.